Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network. Dana, can I just say, you win Twitter on the, you wrote, I'll sing it, full chorus, please. Sleepy Dawn, what's that bronzer you have on? Could it be a dark or orange from days gone by? And did I hear them say you were sleeping in court today? Yeah. You can't make yourself look sadder if you tried.
That was lovely.
That is
beautiful.
Thank you. You are a songwriter extraordinaire.
I actually have a very good knack for writing comedic songs that are spoofs, and everyone was like, "You've been taking lessons from Rocky Mountain Mike," and I'm like, "No, he's been taking lessons from me."
But I so many people have said it. But you were said every report on Trump said he was watching Fox News and tweeting all night, and often didn't get to work during his presidency till 11 a.m. He's not changing his sleeping pattern, so he can't have 10 Diet Cokes in the courtroom. He's going to fall asleep every single day. This is what Noel Castler told us. He didn't go to the Oval Office till noon because so this is what's so fantastic. He has to sit his happy ass there every day. And we're seeing, as I keep saying, the emperor finally, I think even the media say, has no clothes. He's just a sad, sleepy old man.
And I love that he has to sit there while they question jurors, because some of them are like, "Do you think you can be impartial?" And they're like, "I think so." And they're like, "Well, you tweeted last night that you think he should be locked up because he's a horrible human being and a POS." And they're like, he has to sit and listen to this entire thing. And then he's crying about not being able to dismiss them all. And he knew damn well that he only had 10 of those. His lawyers told him he only had 10 of those, but he makes it sound like, "Oh, we should have unlimited strikes."
It's just more disinformation. Exactly, Danny. He knows that. Everyone that's watched Law and Order once knows that. But he tried to put out like, "I think you get unlimited." No. Okay.
He's also going to try and throw out jurors during the case. Watch. Yeah. It's just something. He's going to see something on their face and be like, "I'd like to throw out juror number 6," and they're going to be like, "Sir, can you please wake up and sit down?"
Oh my God. Well, we were saying one of our fears came true already, Danny. We've lost 2 jurors. We had 7. We lost, but one said she's afraid. Mm-hmm. And this is what I'm afraid of, is any reasonable people that can be fair are too afraid for they and their families' lives, right?
Yeah, it is unfortunate. This isn't just like any other case. I truly don't know how you find 18. So you've got the 12 and then the alternates. I don't know how you find 18 people that can be impartial in this case. Yeah. The only thing I can imagine is that, this isn't fair, but someone's lying. Yeah. Like either someone's lying to get on the jury or someone's lying to get off the jury. But it's really hard for me to think that someone's like, "Yeah, I can be impartial with Donald Trump."
Well, you said it too, though. They're the ones on their side that are trying to do the jury tampering already. You talked about Clay Travis's tweet about saying, if you're a Trump supporter, lie to get on the jury. And you said, "I can't believe this is still up after 3 hours. This is a crime, Clay." I mean, this latest violation of the gag order, Dan, I don't know what you think's going to happen. He clearly, and he thinks he's been, like Chris said, too cute by half by going, "Oh, I didn't say it. I'm just retweeting." Right. What's his name? The Fox guy. But it clearly is juror intimidation.
I really do think something's going to come out of this as it continues. In this specific case, I do. There was one of the jurors that was dismissed, and she had talked about how you think he's larger than life because he's been blown up in the media. And she said, "I was sitting there looking at him, and he is just a regular guy." Mm-hmm.
And there's like there's 2 dozen, lunatic supporters outside. There's not like a, whatever, all hell's breaking loose, the American people won't stand for it. I mean, I keep saying it, Dana, but feels like the emperor has no clothes moment, and even the media is getting it, that he is just, a sad, sleepy, scared old man. That's just, this whole thing that's been built up around him to be afraid. He's just a clown. Anyway, you retweeted your co-host, Allison Gill, who said, "Trump is mad he can't attend the graduation of the son Melania was pregnant with when he cheated on her with a witness in his criminal trial." And you said, "Perfect tweet, no notes."
I mean, good.
The whole thing is just so absurd. And then, of course, it took seconds to come out that he hasn't gone to any of his kids' graduation. It's just
none. And let's remember, had he not delayed the trial, it wouldn't have been a conflict for him to miss his child's graduation because he's going to miss. I doubt he even knows what high school Barron goes to.
You said that was the over-under. Does he have any idea?
Come on.
What his birthday is, where he goes to high school.
You know his name?
Yeah. I love that. What did he say? His mother and I, we've been thinking about this for years. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure every night while Melania's cooking up a pot roast and Would you please put another log on the fire so we can talk about Barron's scholastic achievement?
Money.
Please.
Parent scholastic achievements.
Yeah,
You
right.
know, that came from Melania because I don't think Trump knows that word.
Our friend Santiago Mayer, who was just on, said the same thing. He said, I was going to say Fox News wouldn't shut up if Joe Biden fell asleep at his trial, but Joe Biden doesn't have a trial because he's not a criminal. I mean, there's that, but also he's blowing his whole Sleepy Joe thing. When, if you watch the State of the Union, if you watched President Biden's speech yesterday, if you see a press conference, you're like, he doesn't look sleepy to me. Donald Trump is, I mean, oh my God, even the courtroom sketches are fantastic with his mouth. I mean, it's almost like you can't write these campaign ads, right?
We know that usually when he accuses someone of something, karma comes and it ends up happening. When he's like, oh, Joe Biden thinks he's a tough guy. I'm the tough guy. And then something will happen like a bald eagle will go after him and he'll scream like a little girl and run out of the room. Like usually fate steps in. Yeah. And when he called him Sleepy Joe, chances are fate would step in and Donald Trump would fall asleep in front of the entire world.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's like someone said, when you're running a campaign against Sleepy Joe, you have one job. Don't fall asleep in public. That's all you got to do. Right.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's like, I think you're taking this anti-woke thing a little too far. Just a little too far.
And you also retweeted Allison, who said, new Marshawn rules that Karen McDougal's story is admissible. McDougal had a years-long affair with Trump, and her story was part of the catch-and-kill scheme orchestrated by Trump. And you just said, this is huge, and trust me, that's not what she said. I mean, you forget the scope of this whole story, right? Between the National Enquirer and Karen McDougal, and By the way, I was saying she is hot, and what are any of these women thinking is what I want to know.
That's what I was like. They did not get paid nearly enough. That's all I was saying.
Yeah,
not nearly enough.
Yeah. But I mean that I think I don't know if you saw Rachel Maddow Monday, but she just did. Just this whole, and now Bill Barr is opening this big yap saying he's going to vote for Trump anyway.
Yep.
After trying to rehabilitate his image. The whole reason this trial is happening is because Barr tried to. Because when he says, "Oh, why didn't they prosecute this?" Because of Bill Barr. Bill Barr belongs in prison.
Well, I also, and maybe I'm misremembering this, but doesn't Barr's dad have some connection to Epstein?
Yes.
Like, I feel like, so Epstein I feel Barr. Like whenever Barr comes out and is like, this guy's horrible, I'm not supporting him, they come out with this folder and go, do you want this to go public? And he's like, never mind, I'm totally voting for Donald Trump.
Yeah. I mean, it's literally all these guys that are saying he's a clear and present danger to the entire world. And, I'm going to vote. I mean, it's insane. And now I'm going to blind you with science because I saved this for you. I know you will have no thoughts. Have you seen the headline, Dana? Have you seen the headline? New research helps explain why lesbians report more orgasms than straight women.
What could that be?
I think you know what? I think that's a self-explanatory article there. Later in the show, I'll give an oral presentation and you'll understand
what could be the X factor? What could it be? Oh, men. Maybe that's it. Research you've been doing your own research, haven't you?
Research
Research over the last decade has found lesbians have more orgasms than straight women. Questions remain as to why.
I know why.
Really?
Because men don't follow GPS anywhere. Okay, past research has found that men have more orgasms than women, creating what researchers have called the orgasm gap. Previous studies have also found that lesbians have orgasms at rates similar to men, which shows there's nothing inherently biological about the orgasm gap. Again, Dana, any thoughts?
They actually questioned, I think it was 100 lesbians, but no one had a request for comment to answer because you shouldn't talk with your mouth full.
Well, Stephanie, you know what, Dana Louise Goldberg.
Let's keep moving.
Just because I've led you down this path. The researchers said...
you actually set this whole thing up.
She did. So,
yeah.
Like a big Leslie softball, T-ball.
Yep.
We wanted to look into why that disparity between lesbian and heterosexual women exists so we could get a better understanding of why the orgasm gap exists in general. This story was made for you and me. Okay.
I would venture to say that men would also probably be much better with fellatio with other men than women are because they know how their parts work.
There you go.
Are.
Right. Thank you, Chris, for that.
How do you know, Chris,
Well, I
the
was
difference?
saying until I...
I'm not
saw
Goldschar.
puppetry of the penis. I didn't know how.
They are.
I didn't know how firm a touch many men like. I didn't know that.
Uh-huh.
They do.
Yes.
Wow, because women, we like a little gentle. We like a
Well, you start out
easy touch.
gentle, then you get
Wow,
rougher. Yeah.
Wow, this podcast took a turn. Okay. This radio show is
Yeah, like
different
a
this morning.
balloon animal frenzy that the dudes like. I don't know what. Just like, pull it and tug it. And okay. Anyway, Dana.
They're like, that's a Chihuahua. Nope, that's a teacup poodle.
Okay. All right. That's what, because a lot of men think like you just, you're not really a lesbian. You just haven't seen theirs yet. And you're like, oh, I didn't know it came with, yours comes with pinwheels and stuff. Okay. I didn't know. That's different. Okay.
Pinwheels are a turn
Listen,
on.
I think even most women and gay men, maybe gay men not as much, but most straight women would agree it's not an attractive organ in general.
Well,
Balls.
neither is the hoo-ha.
Who likes balls? I mean,
It is beautiful like a flower.
it's a
just
flower.
Oh, like a beautiful
Georgia O'Keeffe knew what she was talking
orchid.
about.
How dare you, sir?
Curtains of
How
meat.
dare you?
Curtains of meat.
It is not curtains of meat.
you
You
just
like
say
protein.
that?
You think you would like that.
God, where?
Wow.
wait.
Wow.
This is why you got that award.
Now when I made the Rocky reference, I'm picturing him in the meat
We definitely
factory.
lost some listeners in the
Okay.
first 15
Yeah, I think
minutes
so.
of this
Wow.
third hour.
I've lost my own thread.